A new bombshell premium credit card has just entered the villa. The Citi Strata Elite is here. And on the surface, it looks like Citi finally showed up to the premium credit card party. $595 annual fee, check. Luxury perks, check. Airport lounges, travel credits, check, check. But here's the truth. This isn't a lifestyle upgrade. It's another glorified coupon book with blackout dates, fine print, and perks that most families will never actually use. So today, let's break it down. What do you really get for $595? How does it stack up to the AMEX and the Chase? And most importantly, I ran the number to see if the average family can even come close to breaking even. Let's get into it. Citi is calling this their premium lifestyle card. And if you didn't know better, you would think that they just cracked the code on elite benefits at a lower cost. But here's the actual playbook. Stack a few flashy perks, tie them to exclusive portals, wrap it in heavy metal, and cross your fingers that users forget to redeem or redefine print. This should sound familiar. It definitely should, because that's the exact same playbook used by AMEX Platinum and Chase Sapphire Reserve. Only this time, it's wearing Citi's logo. But the rules are still the same. Let's go down the list of what Citi gives you for that $595 a year. A $300 hotel credit, but only through Citi Travel and only on 2-night minimum stays. A $200 splurge credit at a rotating list of retailers like American Airlines, Best Buy, First Dibs, and Live Nation. A $200 Black Lane credit, split between $100 for the first half of the year and $100 for the second. And that's for a luxury chauffeur service, because the average American family loves private chauffeur service. Of course, you get your airport lounge access with Priority Pass Select, plus you get 4 passes to the Admirals Club by American Airlines, global entry, TSA pre-check once every 4 years, and you get a MasterCard World Elite and World Elite Legend status with global dine-in and ticket perks. But very few people will actually use that. And of course, you get a welcome bonus, 80,000 thank you points if you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months, which is worth somewhere between $800 and $1,000 depending on the transfer partner. And the point structure, it's pretty typical. You get 12x on hotels, car rentals, and attractions booked through Citi Travel, 6x on airfare, but again, only through Citi Travel. You get 6x on dining on Fridays and Saturdays, but 3x on dining any other day of the week. And you get 1.5 on everything else. It sounds pretty solid on paper, but let's talk about how this actually plays out in real life. Let's talk about the Johnsons, the average American family. 2 parents, 2 kids, household income, $100K. They take 1 vacation a year. They fly domestic. Sometimes they book through Expedia. And they usually stay in Airbnbs for the space. They eat out a few times a month. They drive themselves. And they're not hitting luxury lounges or booking private drivers. So how much value can the Johnsons really squeeze out of this card? Let me break it down for you. First up, we have the hotel credit. They need to book through Citi Travel and stay at least 2 nights. Normally, they will book their travel and bundle it with the hotel and flight on Costco or Expedia, and they will actually save some money. But to use this perk, they will have to split it up and probably pay more overall. Let's say they do this anyway and pay $100 more than usual just to use the perk. That makes the net value of this perk $200. Next, you have the $200 splurge credit. That's one $200 credit per year. It can be used at select merchants, so like Best Buy, Live Nation, First Dibs, or airline purchases. The Johnsons aren't buying designer furniture or VIP concert tickets. But Best Buy, that's actually doable. Maybe a computer monitor, maybe a keyboard, printer paper, or a microwave. I'll give them the full $200 here. Next up, you have the Black Lane credit. Now, this is a chauffeur service, and the $200 credit is split into $100 credits twice a year. Even if they use it once, there are no rides on that app that is less than $100. So they still will have to pay the difference, which would be more than just catching a Lyft. This is a nice perk to make regular people feel like the 1% when their daily driver is a Honda CR-V. This perk is a negative perk because you end up paying just to use it. So we'll say that it has a negative $100 value here. Of course, you have the lounge access. They fly once or maybe twice a year. Let's assume a round trip with a layover. You have 2 adults, kids getting free. That's 2 lounge visits. American Airlines lets you buy day passes for $80. So we'll use that as the value for both adults. So $160. Global entry, every card has it. I give it $0 because they already got it through another card last year. So we're just going to move on. And if they want to use the points to earn, they would maybe spend $15,000. So like maybe $2,000 on Citi Travel, $5,000 in dining, $8,000 on everything else for the year. That's about 51,000 points, or roughly 365 depending on the redemptions that they choose. So let's add up all this value. You get $200 from the hotel, $200 from splurging, negative $100 from the car service. You get $320 from lounge access, $365 from the points. So the total is about $985 in value. But subtract the $595 in annual fee and you get a net value of $455. It sounds like a win, right? But here's the real question. Will they actually go through all that effort? Maybe. Or is this just another card that gets tossed in a drawer because the perks feels more like a chore? Citi claims this isn't a coupon book, but let's be honest. If you need to activate credits, track expiration dates, book travel through specific portal, spend only on weekends to maximize rewards, and jump through merchant hoops just to redeem, that's a metal coupon book. Even AMEX, for all its bloated perks, gives you monthly credits that are predictable. Chase gives you a $300 travel credit, straight up, no gimmicks. Citi? Well, with Citi, you better hope your Uber price doesn't increase while you check if your black lane credit is active and the cost difference makes sense. Because once you miss one benefit, the whole value equation collapses. Let's do a quick breakdown on how these three cards compare. First up, we have the AMEX Platinum. The annual fee right now is about $695, but it's probably going up to $995. You get the lounge access, Uber credits, Saks, Equinox, streaming. You even get Walmart Plus. If you live that luxury lifestyle, that's packed with value. But even their CEO admitted most consumers don't use every perk. Next, you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve. They just increased their fee to $795, but you do get a $300 travel credit with no restrictions. You get 3x to 8x points on all travel and dining related purchases. And you even get an Apple TV subscription. And Apple TV actually has some of the best shows on streaming right now. That's just my personal take. And finally, you have the Citi Strata Elite, the $595 fee. You get a $200 splurge credit, but you have more activation hoops, less flexible redemptions, and fewer real-world perks unless you play the game their way. They didn't copy the best parts. They copied the coupon structure without the prestige. So who should actually get this card? Honestly, not the Johnsons. This card is built for Citi loyalists, people who fly American Airlines often, those who book travel through Citi's portal exclusively, people who see chauffeur credits as a bonus, not a reach. If that's not you, you're paying $595 for a scavenger hunt. Look, I'm not the bad guy. The Citi Strata Elite isn't bad, but it's not elite. It's a coupon book in a tuxedo. For most families, it's more headache than help. If you don't live your life around merchant lists, blackout dates, and travel portals, you're better off with a 2% cashback card and a Costco membership. Simple, predictable, and valuable. Because real luxury isn't about how you spend. It's about how little you have to. If this breakdown saved you money or at least saved you time, please do me a favor. Drop a comment. Are you applying for the Citi Strata Elite? Do you already have it, or is this just another shiny trap? Share this video with someone you know is chasing perks that don't even fit their lifestyle. And hit that subscribe button, because the next time a bank wraps a coupon book in brushed metal, I'll be right here breaking it down for you. Till next time, keep your standards high and your annual fees low. Peace.